What's up, everybody? What's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. Today, you guys, I got out and got some fresh air. I got the door open over here. The birds are chirping. I'm sure you can hear them because they're loud. Me and Nate went and looked for crystals today because we found a vein of crystals up on top of the mountain where the water tower's out here in Little Rock. So we went there to look for crystals. So it was fun. Um, so what's up? I hope everybody's having a great day. Hey, Alicia. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I love you guys so much, and you guys are helping me get through this quarantine thing. Y'all are helping me so much. Just being able to come on here and talk to you guys and hang out with y'all. It is really helping me so much. So today we're going to have some fun, you guys. We're going to talk about some crazy shit we used to do when we were in active addiction. And you know what? I love doing this because it literally takes me back. Hold on. It takes me back to those days. And but I can reflect and be like, you know what? I'm not in that spot anymore. I'm doing better now. But we're all going to get a good laugh. So are y'all ready? Let's get some laughs. First of all, share this video. If you got a Facebook, if you got Twitter, share this video. Let's get it out to people that want to come hang out with us, you know? So I'm going to do my part and share it on my Twitter and my Reddit, and you guys do your part and share it on your stuff, okay? Invite your friends over. Let them know that there's this crazy bitch on YouTube named Nicole Pludre, and she loves to embarrass herself and talk about all the dumbass shit she did when she was in the active addiction. Go ahead and tell them that, okay? They'll love it. So, first of all, I got this idea from the Dopey Nation. So, if you're not following the Dopey podcast or following Dopey Nation on Facebook, then you need to go become a part of their group. It's hilarious. I started listening to the Dopey podcast 2.5 years ago, and that's where I got the inspiration to share about my active addiction story times. I always felt like I shouldn't share about it because I thought if I share about it, I might trigger somebody, or if I share about it, what if somebody wants to go out and get high? It'll be my fault. And that's when I realized, I thought there was something on my nose. That's when I realized, like, I can't make anybody go get high. I don't have that power. So before we even get into this, you guys, trigger warning, if you're easily triggered and you by stories about addiction, stories about getting high, stories about doing stupid shit, then you might not want to be here for this live stream because we're going to be talking about dumb shit. How do you listen to the podcast? Oh, I'll get it for you, Pebbles, and I'll link it in the chat, okay? All you have to do is download like SoundCloud or Podbean on your phone. In fact, let me get it right now for y'all. Y'all are going to love it. Okay. It's a lie that it boy. Many signs from all your boys. Well, I'm a lonely planet, boy. I'm trying. Okay. I'm going to get it for you guys, okay? I'm going to share it here on That's awesome, Pebbles. Everybody can come because anybody that's been in active addiction, y'all know the deal. Y'all know what it's like. Hey, LT, what's up, man? Everybody can come. Okay, here is the podcast link to, oh, shit. I guess that's too long of a link. Crap. Oh, hell. Why can't I? Damn. Okay, I'll have to figure out another way to link it. Okay. You just go on to any podcast player and type in Dopey, Dopey, and it'll bring it up. But it's hilarious, you guys. They have guests on. They talk about everything from their addictions to recovery and all in between. And it's It's great. It's hilarious. So I hope you guys will enjoy today's hangout time. If any of you guys want to come up here and share stories about the dumbest shit you did in active addiction, feel free. I'm fixing to get the link and drop it in the chat so that way you guys can come up here if you want to and talk about too. Because it can't be all about me. I have shared so much dumb shit that I should have the award for the dumb shit award. Hold on, guys. I gotta get this going. It is so nice outside, y'all. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay, what's up, everybody? Okay, cool. So I'm going to drop a link in the chat if anybody wants to come up here and share. But okay, like I was saying, I was cruising down Facebook, you guys. I love Facebook. I like being like a fly on the wall on Facebook because if I get too active on Facebook, then I start cussing folks out. Because people make me so angry. They just say ignorant shit. So I try not to like get on people too much on Facebook. But I was scrolling through Facebook and I was on the Dopey Nation Facebook group, and they were talking about the dumbest thing they stole in active addiction. Okay, let me read it to you. Okay, so it says, "To all my dopey thieves, what was the dumbest shit you have ever stolen?" What was the dumbest shit you have ever stolen? Now, for those of you guys that are in active addiction, y'all know what I'm talking about. And for those of you guys that are sober and you used to be in active addiction, you know what I'm talking about. Let me share with you guys probably one of the dumbest things I ever did in active addiction when it came to stealing, shoplifting, all that kind of stuff. So let me set the tone for you. The year was 2009. Okay, so it's 2000. No, it's 2007 because I hadn't gone to prison yet. So I went to prison in 2009, from 2009 to 2010. So this is about 2007. I was still in that smoking meth kind of stage. I hadn't started injecting meth, and I kicked it with like 5 different people. All right. I had a boyfriend. His name was LD. He was the trailer park king. His best friend, Dennis, who was the prince of the trailer park. Okay. Dennis's girlfriend, Angela, and her twin sister, Jennifer. And we called them the Terry twins. So basically, I was like hanging out with the skank of the trailer park. I was fitting in with my white trash, beautiful friends. We lived in the trailer park. Everybody stayed at our house. If you didn't have nowhere to go and you needed somewhere to crash, come on over. You can sleep on our couch. I don't know what's going to be in the couch, but you can sleep on it. So we all stayed in, it was my trailer. It was Dennis's trailer. It was Neil LD's brother's trailer, his sister's trailer, and his dad. Okay. So it was everybody in the trailer park. We had to go bail out Dennis from jail. Dennis had went to jail in some other part of Arkansas that was like a really small town. It's like somewhere kind of like towards Jonesboro area. And at that time, I lived in Hot Springs. And so me, LD, Angela, Jennifer, and Jennifer's boyfriend all got in my car because I was the only one with a car, especially the only one with a car that could drive far away, that could go long distances. So we all got in my car and we drove to go bail him out of jail. Now, during this drive, we were taking Xanaxes, you guys. We had been smoking dope, but we were taking Xanaxes the whole ride up there. Xanaxes and Klonopin. And when I tell you, like, Jennifer had a prescription, Angela had a prescription, and then we were buying them off of the streets. So we just had so much benzos, and I was just driving. One thing that back then when I was getting high, I was so scared to drive on the interstate that the only way I would drive anybody anywhere on the interstate is if I was like 6 bars deep. Okay. I had to have Xanax to drive on the interstate. Back then, I was just so afraid that I was going to, I don't know what my logic was. Let me explain to you guys something. This is called drug addiction junkie logic. This is called rationalizing and justifying your addiction. Okay. In my mind, I thought that I couldn't drive good sober. So I needed to take benzos to relax me so I could drive better. Now, yes, I really did have anxiety when it came to driving on the interstate. I still do. I don't drive far away. And if I do drive far away, I take the back roads wherever I'm going. Okay, I will literally go around the freaking whole place, you guys, just to get to where I'm going. Okay. So, oh yeah, so Xanax would like make me feel like I was like, okay. So I was like taking copious amounts of Xanax, you guys. Copious, okay? So we were driving up there. We got up there and we bailed him out, no problems. Okay. Don't ask me how we got the money. Don't ask me where the money came from. I'm pretty sure that the twins either cashed a forged check or something. That's always how we got things that we needed. These girls were like, they were the thieves of all thieves. They could listen, these girls, they could steal your paycheck out of your front pocket while you are awake, looking straight at them. That's how good these girls were at thieving. Okay. They could steal your pack of dope out of the 5 pocket in the front of your Levi's jeans. You know, the little pocket that pocket. That's how good these girls were. They could, one of them would distract you and the other one would pickpocket you. It was crazy, you guys. These girls were infamous. They were known all over Hot Springs, Arkansas, the Terry twins, okay, as the girls that will rob you blind. Okay? Rob you blind. So we got Dennis and we're driving back. Now you guys know it was about an hour drive to get there and an hour drive back. So I'm laid back. I'm driving my Ford Focus like it's a damn Cadillac. I'm like, skirt, skirt. And at this time, this song was out. They see me rolling. That Riding Dirty song, we would listen to that all the time. That was the song that was playing, and I was just turning Cadillac turns in my little Ford Focus. So we got back to Hot Springs, you guys. I dropped the Terry twins, Dennis and her Jennifer's boyfriend, off at some house that they were staying at in town, right? And I decided I was going to go to Walmart. Okay. So LD stayed at the house with them. They were all getting high. And I was like, I was in tweaker mode, you guys. I'm on Xanax. I need to go to the Walmart because I'm fixing to get some shit. I'm fixing to get some shit. I need some new makeup. I need some new hair ties. I need a new pair of pants. I'm going to get me some shoes too. And I'm going to the Walmart and I'm not paying. I'm getting it for free 99. I'm getting a 5-finger discount. Okay. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you're taking Xanax and they literally make you invisible. Nobody can see you. Nobody. So nobody could see me. I was incognito. So I had on a brand new pair of black and pink Nike Shox, you guys. Black and pink, okay? The really, really, the Shox. Those are like $180 shoes, okay? And I walk into the Walmart and I'm like, yeah. I'm going through and I'm putting stuff in my little cart or whatever, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know what? I want to go look at the shoes. I'm going to go look at the shoes. So I walk over to the shoes and it was summertime, it was hot outside and shit. It was 7:00 in the morning, just so y'all know. So we were up all night long. So 7 a.m. and I'm inside the Walmart. The only people that are in there at 7 a.m. are people that are going to work in tweakers. maybe a couple regular people. So I go back to the shoes and I found the cutest pair of flip-flops. These little flip-flops with the jewels on them, little jewels and shit. So I said, damn, these are perfect. So I took off my black and pink $180 Nike Shox, put them in the box where the flip-flops were at, ripped this thing off the flip-flops, stuck them on my feet, and proceeded to walk around the Walmart and left my $200 pair of Nikes in the aisle. So I'm like, yeah, life's good. I got me some new flip-flops. I'm just like, I'm balling over here. Like, I don't need those $200 shoes. I get to the door and I'm going to walk out, right? I'm like, I'm in the clear. Shit. All of a sudden, this guy stops in front of me and says, hold up. Hey, you ain't going no far. No way. He had the box with my Nike shoes in it, and he was like, you're under arrest. Like, we have to take you back. You've been caught shoplifting. And he grabbed me by my wrist and took me into this little side room, right? I sat down and they were like, why the fuck did you steal a pair of $4.99 flip-flops and leave your $200 Nikes? Have you lost your mind? Okay. And I was high on Xanax, you guys. And this is how I was. I was the kind of addict, like when shit like that would happen and I would get caught, I would be like, I'm fucking high. I'm high. You know what I mean? Like, I'm fucked up. And luckily at this time, they wrote me a ticket. So they wrote me a ticket for shoplifting and they let me leave. Okay. They gave me back my Nikes and they took the flip-flops, right? So I ended up getting away with my shoes. Thank goodness. That shoplifting charge, you guys, cost me $500. And I had to go to a class to where I had to learn not to shoplift. And I will never forget it because that was the stupidest shit I've ever done in my life. Now, there's many other times I've shoplifted. I got pretty good at it. I got to a point where I had a whole racket, okay? Once I moved up here to Little Rock, I found out that on Tuesdays, Dillard's got their truck in. Dillard's would get their truck in. And so every Tuesday I would go to Dillard's and I would grab like 4 or 5 purses that were like $200 or more because those purses wouldn't be chained to the displays because the truck would just get in. So they were too busy like unloading stuff. They had stuff laying out everywhere. Like it was a truck day. So I would go and I would rack up, and I had done this so many times. Okay. I can't tell you exactly how many times I did it, but I know it was more than 3 times where I went in, got a couple purses and got out and made like $500, and was able to get a whole bunch of pills. And see that, just so you guys know, like I just didn't like going in and shoplifting for no reason. Like if I was going in to steal something, it was for a reason. It was because I needed to get drugs. I needed to get Roxy's. 9 times out of 10, it was me going in there to get purses to trade for Roxy's and Xanax. Okay. And so it had worked so many times. It had worked so many times that when I met my husband, I told him about it and he started going with me and waiting in the car so he could be my pickup, right? He would be there and be like, okay, I'm out here. I'm out here on this side. And I'd run out the door and jump in the back of the truck. We were Bonnie and Clyde up in this bitch. Y'all hear me? We were so crazy. So he was like there waiting for me. And I was always the one who did the felonious shit, y'all. My husband never did anything felonious. He's such a straight, he was a square, okay? It was always me. I was the bad influence. I was the one who introduced him to the crazy motherfuckers, all kinds of shit. And so one time we were hurting really bad. Okay. We didn't have no pills. We had just got done kicking the methadone. We had been on methadone and ran out, and we had been kicking for a couple days, and we were just fucking miserable. Right, Julia? Listen, and you guys see me who I am today. And I'm so different today, you know, and you can go and look up my record and you can see all these charges from shoplifting and shit. One thing I never did when I would get, girl, the next ticket was 1,000. I'll tell you about it. Listen up, listen up. Okay, so it's like a fine that they give you for shoplifting here in Arkansas. So this next one, right, it was like 3 or 4 times I had done the purses. And the way it would work was I would go do the purses when I was desperate and I couldn't find any way to hustle up any money. For a while there, you guys, I had this dude that would just give me $100. Neil would go, why don't you call that guy that just gives you $100? And so I would call this guy, flirt with him a little, and then he would give me $100. Like, I'm talking, I never kissed him or nothing, you guys. He just liked me that much that he would give me money. Okay. And then I also had this other, this old man that I would go to see, and he would give me $50 to $100. And I would just go hang out with him at his house. I would clean his dishes. I would do his laundry. And then he'd give me $100 and be like, skirt, see ya. Hey, Sam, what's up, baby? So, okay. So this was probably like my 4th or 5th time going into Dillard's and trying to lifting these purses, right? And like I said, me and Neil were coming off of a really bad methadone kick, you guys. Here's the thing with methadone. If you don't taper properly and you try to jump off cold turkey, it's going to kick your ass and take your name. Okay. Me and my husband were taking over 100 milligrams of methadone a day, and we went cold turkey with nothing because we got cut off. Our doctor cut us off because my husband's doctor cut him off because he failed a drug test for cocaine. Okay. I was just taking my husband's methadone. So, we were cut off at like 130 milligrams a piece. All right. And so we were fucking sick. And we had been upstairs in that room. I've told the story before, and we had been shitting and puking, and it was just bad. There was bodily fluids everywhere. There was fucking everywhere, y'all. My ass, every time I went to go to the shitter, it was spraying. It was spraying like a water hose. It was so bad. I will never forget that detox, you guys, because it was probably one of the worst detoxes I've had with my bowels. You know what I mean? Woo-wee, Lord. And it's embarrassing because me and Neil had been together for like a year, but damn, I don't think I had ever like shit everywhere like that in front of him. But this is how me and Neil, we got to know each other. We got to know each other because we were in the throes of our addiction together. And he saw me do shit that I would never do now. You know, he's seen me fucking jump on people's cars because they sold us a bag of fake dope and I wasn't getting off. These people were driving like 50 miles an hour and I'm on the hood holding on for dear life, screaming and yelling. Okay, give me my dope. I need my dope. You know, I did not play around when it came to dope because I needed it. I needed it to function. If I didn't have it, then I was miserable and I couldn't live with myself. So I went into the store and Neil was waiting outside for me. Okay. At this time, my husband drove this really badass maroon Honda Ridgeline truck. And my husband, whenever he gets trucks, you guys, he always puts cool shit on them, like row bars and the thing that goes on the top and nice tires. And my husband is just likes to have his shit look nice. Okay. So our truck was nice. And he was like, okay, what do I need to do? And I was like, just wait here. If I'm not out in 30 minutes, then leave because I done got arrested. You know what I'm saying? And so I go in and it's a normal day like any other day, but this is a different day. Like I'm feeling shitty today, so I'm not on my A game. And I go in and I got greedy, you guys. I got like 6 purses, 3 on each arm. And I'm walking real fast. And instead of going out the front exit that goes into the main mall, I decided I was going to go out one of the side doors. And every other time I had done this, I had run out that main mall where it went out into the main mall. And then I went down to the right and ran out the mall exit. But this time I changed it up and I went to hit that door. And I went to hit the door and I went back and the door didn't open. And I was like, fuck. I'm the kind of person, like, once I know I'm caught, I'm just like, fuck, I'm not gonna run. Honey, I ain't got the energy to be doing all that shit. I'm fucking coming off methadone. I'm sick as hell. So here comes the cop right up behind me. Is like a sheriff in like a polo shirt and stuff. You're hilarious. I've only caught your straight talks, but this is gold. Hey, Deb, what's up, girl? I'm still using it. Hey, girl, that's what's up. You just keep trying and stay with us. You'll get on point. Okay, we got you. And I know you can probably relate. And sometimes I forget, you guys, that some of you guys might be still using, or some of you guys might not know what I was like back then. And so I feel like I need to tell these stories, not because I think listen, it's hilarious. Okay, I gotta laugh now, because if I don't laugh, I'm gonna cry. That shit is hilarious. I did the stupidest shit in my life when I was high, but it was because I was on a mission. I was on a mission to get that dope. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. So I hit the door, y'all. Bam, the door didn't move. And I was like, the door is locked. They locked me in. And here comes the cop up behind me. And he said, what are you doing? And I was like, nothing. And he was like, what are you doing? And then he took me into this little room. And y'all, I had a knife on me, and I had on a pair of toenail clippers, because I would clip the the security things off the purses if I needed to. And again, you guys, I don't know how I got lucky and I didn't go to prison, or I mean to jail at the time. Every time I've ever been arrested for shoplifting, it was whenever they would write me a citation. Okay. So they called somebody to come pick me up, and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and nobody could get free to pick me up. Now I do live, hey Robbie, what's up, bub? I do live in a city where the crime is like, I live in Little Rock. So there's a lot of crime. There's a lot of more serious crimes going on while my stupid ass is shoplifting, right? And so there was nobody that could get free that could come in to take me. So he wrote me a citation and let me leave. So here I go. I'm running out the door. He said, leave, don't ever come back. And I'm running out the door, and I jump in the back of Neil's truck, and I look, and he's not in the truck. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where is he at? He's inside looking for me. He is inside looking for me. He's looking around and he's asking people, have you seen this? At that time, I was like super skinny little brown Mexican girl with long hair, just long. Y'all know back in the day, if you watched my videos before I got my hair cut, my hair was down to my ass and it was wild. So just imagine me in active addiction with my hair just like, okay, just imagine me like that. All right, that was what it was like. Everybody in there is like, and then he asks the manager, and the manager is like, I knew she had somebody waiting for her. I knew she had somebody waiting for her. And they told my husband, you better get the fuck out of here. And so Neil comes running out and gets in the truck, and he's like, what happened? And I'm like, they fucking caught me. And he was like, you didn't get any? And I was like, no. And so we were desperate, you guys. Like, we were both so pissed. I remember that day because we called my husband's dad, and my husband was just like, Dad, please help us. Like, we're sick. And so my husband's dad passed away. If y'all didn't know that, he passed away 3 years ago. And hey, Jaybird, I'm sorry, man. I know how that is too. I've been there too. You don't have to listen to me. You can do this. And that's the thing. You guys that say you can't get sober, that say you can't get off of the stuff, you can. And if you need help, I'll help you. Okay. You just got to let me know that you need help. And there's options out there. Like, if you are someone who is like struggling and you've tried to kick on your own and you haven't been successful, and you've tried and tried and tried, you can always get on maintenance medication like Suboxone or methadone and utilize that until you can get stable, or utilize it for the rest of your life. That's up to you. Just do whatever you have to do to stay safe and healthy. Okay. And don't let anybody deter you from getting life-saving treatment. All right. Anybody in here that's struggling, you can text that number and call me, and I'll do the best I can to help you with resources. Okay. But the thing about it is, you guys, the way I started out on opiates was I had already been shooting meth for years when I got on opiates. I had always dabbled with opiates, right? Like I've always dabbled with pills. I always get some Xanaxes and like 6 or 7 Norcos. And what happened was it was like a progression. Okay. It started out with me getting like 5 or 6 Norco 10s, right? You know, the yellow Norco 10s. I would buy 5 or 6 Norco 10s and I'd buy 5 or 6 of the Xanax bars and I would just take those, right? And I was good. But what happened is eventually 5 or 6 Norco 10s didn't do shit. And I was sitting there like, I got to take 10 of these bitches to get fucked up. And then I had to take 15. And then I had to take 20. And then I was taking so many Norco 10s at one time, I was damn rotting my liver out with acetaminophen. And so that's when I figured out like I can bang Roxy's and I can get a better effect. And and that's what I started doing. And then after that, it was on and popping. Um, but I started out on pain pills. Um, it all began when I was in high school, you know. But that's some stupid shit I've done in my addiction. That one time, that shoplifting at Dillard's ended up costing me $1,000. I had to go to a class. I had to pay 2 tickets. I had to do some. It was crazy because what I kept doing is I kept not paying it, and I kept not going to court and not showing up. And y'all know what happens when you don't show up. Then you get a warrant and all that kind of stuff. Hmm. Um. Pebbles, your tablet's kicking you off. Check your Wi-Fi, girl. Check your Wi-Fi connection. I wrecked my Harley 4 years ago drunk. Now I'm now a C4 spinal cord injury and been on pain pills since. I ate 180 pills in about 2 weeks. So Jaybird, you are the perfect example of somebody that could utilize maintenance medication and be a lot better off. Okay. I know a lot of people that have had similar experiences and they got paralyzed from their from accidents. Okay. And what happened, they ended up getting paralyzed and they got on medication like Norcos or Oxy, and they just kept taking them and kept taking them. And what started out as them needing them for pain turned into an addiction, right? And then they started running out of them and not having enough. So you would be a perfect candidate for methadone or Suboxone treatment. And it might really help you, and it might be able to be a way that you won't be overtaking your medication and you'll actually be able to stabilize. So just so you know. Hey Anthony, what's up? Everything's good here. Thanks for asking. Yeah. And if you need anything, Jaybird, you can text me on that phone number. I'll help you out, man. You guys don't have to do any of this by yourselves. And I know that, okay, so listen up. For those of you guys that are in active addiction, okay, and you're like, well, I can't get on Suboxone, I can't afford it, or I can't get on the methadone clinic, I can't afford it. Okay. Methadone is damn near free in almost every state. It's super cheap, right? I'm in so much pain from my injury. Well, here's the thing with methadone. I know with methadone, Jaybird, you might be pleasantly surprised. It's a full opioid agonist and it might be able to help with your pain. And so Suboxone is a partial opioid agonist, and it has also helped many people I know that have pain. I have actually seen a couple people go from high-powered opiates onto Suboxone, and it changed their life. And they are actually able to have a quality of life. So I'm telling you, man, you got to believe that I've been there. We know what we're doing. You know what I mean? Oh, so here in Arkansas, you can go to the methadone clinic for like a couple bucks a day. What up? Texas Prison Stories. Hey, Tim. Thanks for stopping in. That's okay, Stacy. You do what you got to do for your sobriety, and that's all that matters. Y'all go over and subscribe to Texas Prison Stories if you're not already. You probably have already. Jaybird, you need to text me then. You know why? Because you just need to text me. Text me, Jaybird, okay? If anything, Jaybird, just text me and I will have Dr. B call you and you guys can talk, okay? And he can show you all about the treatment and what options you could have and how he could work with you, okay? So, seriously, you might want to look into it. And you know what? It's cheaper than spending your money on active addiction, and having to go out and buy stuff off the streets. And it's safer too. And listen, you guys, I don't want any of you guys to have to. I don't listen. Every person is different. Okay, remember that every person is different. What works for me might not work for you. But if you're somebody who's in active addiction and you are just steadily relapsing and you're going out and getting heroin and fentanyl and all kinds of opiate pills and you have not tried uh, maintenance medication, it might be something that could really benefit you. But when I say that, you got to also hear me when I say this. If you're going to get on a maintenance medication, you guys, you've got to do something just besides take the maintenance medication. You need to get into therapy and you need to be working some kind of program of recovery. When I say a program of recovery, it can be anything from a 12-step program, it can be the Smart Recovery, Refuge Recovery, Mara, Celebrate Recovery. There's all kinds of different fellowships of recovery, right? And all of you guys would benefit from those fellowships. Okay, just choose one. It don't matter. Pick one and pick one and stick to it. And the therapy helps so much. And right now, while we're all on lockdown because of the coronavirus, there are options for all of you guys to do recovery coaching online. But here's the thing, you're going to have to invest in your sobriety. Okay. And that's what happens is a lot of us, we're like, I'm not going to pay for that, but we'll pay for our drugs. You know what I mean? If you really want to get sober and you want to have somebody that's going to help you in your sobriety, there's all kinds of options. You guys got me here for free on YouTube. Then we also have a Patreon group that's damn near free. It's $2 a month. Then I have resources of other people y'all can see who are professionals, like Dr. B. He's a professional. He's a doctor, and you guys can sign up for him. He does recovery coaching. And he also does the Suboxone treatment. So if you're in California, you definitely can see Dr. B. And he's one of the most amazing doctors in the whole wide world. So I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Well, we're taking new patients. Dr. B's clinic, American Addiction Institute of Mind and Medicine in California, Santa Ana. We are actually taking new patients through telemedicine. So like I said, if you're wanting to do recovery coaching or you're trying to come off of something and you need assistance doing that, Dr. B's got the telemedicine set up. He'll do a video chat with you and all that kind of stuff. So there's options out there, and all you got to do is reach out and I'll help you find them. And there's a lot of other places, you guys, that are also doing telemedicine and online recovery coaching, stuff like that. Oh, my back. Hey, Lakeisha, I got you, girl. I'll keep you in my prayers. You got it. Hey, Josh, I saw your missed call. I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you. Hey, Tim, what's up? Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Took new patients. My friend just got in, but they cut off new patients after that. Oh, I know. I'm sure they're getting a lot of new patients too, huh, Nico? It is the shit. Rob knows. Rob is seeing Dr. B on the telemedicine tip, you guys. It's fucking amazing that they are able to do that to help people who need it, So you guys know how much I believe in Dr. B. I'll always be one of his biggest cheerleaders, because I really have never met a physician like him ever in my life, who actually treats addicts like we're human and not like we're just pieces of shit, and actually listens to what we are saying. Every time I've met a doctor and I've told them that I was an addict, they automatically looked at me like I was drug seeking. You know what I'm saying? And even when I wasn't looking for any pills, they just automatically put me at that place where, oh, she's an addict. She's just going to be drug seeking. Anything she says is not really the truth, right? Dr. B is not like that. And that's why I believe in him so much. Margie, no. No. Oh, my back is killing me. So thanks, you guys. I'm so glad everybody's here. Like, I haven't been able to talk to a bunch of you guys all at one time in a while because I just feel like we haven't had a chance to talk. So I'm super glad that everybody's here. And if you guys want to come up here with me and chat, you guys, anybody can come up here. If you want me to drop a link, let me know. Hey, Sean, what's up? Margie, you're so crazy. Okay, we have to talk about something, you guys. Where's Ash Death? I have a lot. We're going to talk about something tonight, you guys, because we have been, something's going on and I'm going to have to tell you all about it. Okay. But I'm really kind of sad because I feel like I've been betrayed. So I'll tell you guys about it tonight, I guess. I'm not going to bring it up in here. Hopefully, Ash will be in the stream tonight. So that way I can talk to her about it. Yes, Kaylee, that's him. That's Dr. B. Oh, my back is killing me. Let me go ahead and tell y'all one thing, okay? I know that some of you guys might want to come in here. Right, Missa. I know that some of you guys might not want to be, like, maybe you're being anonymous. Maybe you're using a name like Sky, right? And that's fine. I understand that. But if you're coming in here and you're catfishing and you're saying you're somebody that you're not, and you're using somebody else's picture and you're acting as if you're that person, that makes me upset. That makes me really uncomfortable. And that's what's been going on with Ash. Ash has been using this person's profile picture, and what really tipped me off is that I've been trying to get her to call me and she wouldn't call me. And I know you guys know when I'm like, hey, give me a call, y'all will call me. And I'm like, what's up? We get to know each other and shit, right? And so I've been trying to get her to call me. I'm like, call me, girl. I want to talk to you. Like, you're such a big supporter on my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And then things just kind of started sliding to the left. And I started noticing just like the way she was interacting with you guys in the chat was different, almost like flirting with everybody. And I was like, I don't even think that this is a girl. I don't even think she's a girl. I think she is a man saying she's a woman. Okay. And so we've all gotten to know her and was supporting her and thinking she was struggling. Remember, you guys? And she is not that. She's not who she says she is. So the reason how I know that she's not who she says she is because we found the person that she is using the picture. And me and Captain messaged them on Instagram. And they told us, no, that's not me. I thought that was a fan of mine using my picture. So I have reached out to her. I have texted her and said, hey, I need you to call me. I need to talk to you. Hey, I need you to call me. I need to talk to you. Y'all, if we're all here to help each other and support each other, it's okay to use a name like Sky or to say your name is High at Last, right? But it's like she was acting as if she was somebody else, and it was like a catfishing thing, and it was making me uncomfortable because we cared for her and wanted to help her. Okay, and that's what I wanted to do. And so what I feel like happened in our chat is that I made her a moderator, and I felt like I was trusting her, you know what I'm saying? And I almost feel like, who are you? Are you a man? Are you a woman? Are you a guy who's just trying to come in here and get close to my girls? You know? Thank you, Sam. I love you, Sam the man. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and this is where I want to use this as a teaching experience. I want you guys to be careful, okay? I want you guys to remember that not everyone on the internet is who they say they are. And they could be using a person's picture or saying there's somebody that they're not, and they're not wanting to get help. And they're not here to benefit from recovery. They're here to prey on people that are in their vulnerable stages. Okay? And I don't know if that's what this person was doing, if they were here to prey on the women in the group, but something is not right. And I don't get down like that. And that's fucked up. Yes, Margie, please text me, okay? And listen, it's not any of you guys' fault, okay, for getting close with her and thinking that she was the person she was saying she was. Okay? It's not any of your faults. You know why? Because you guys were going into the relationship as friends and you were going into it with good motives. When a person comes in here and they're acting as if there's somebody that they're not, right? Their motives can be because they want to be anonymous, because we do talk about addiction, and that's what I understand, right? I understand that. But most of the time when somebody wants to be anonymous, they just don't comment. They just don't say anything, okay? People's personal information while acting all weird like that. Right, right. That's a huge violation of boundaries and trust. Yeah. Hey, Bobby Lynn. I know who Missa is in real life. Yeah. And she's a real person. We were in treatment together, actually. We were in treatment together back in like 2000 and something. I'm Jason from Northern California. I'm just nervous right now about getting help. Jason, I'm telling you, man, did you text me? Let me look and see if you texted me. Where's Joshua Owens? Josh, are you still in here? Please don't be upset. Yeah, Jason, text me. Let me get back to Josh so he knows I didn't forget him. Just so you guys know, the number that I list right here on my YouTube channel is a text now number. So if you call it and I don't answer, it's because it's not ringing on my phone. So if you call and I don't answer, please text, okay? Text me and let me know who it is, and then I'll call you right back. Hey, Jason, we're all here to support you. That's right. We're here to support you, Jason, and you're not alone. You can do this, man. I have all the faith in you that you can get off those pills and be happy, joyous, and free. And I also have all the faith in you that if you're worried about pain, I know people. I know this, Jason. I know that you can get on a maintenance medication and it'll help your pain, and it'll help you not be all fucked up on pain pills all the time. What's your view on gabapentin? Hey, Killuminati. Well, I have taken gabapentin many, many times. Back when I was in my active addiction, I used to shovel gabapentin into my pie hole by like 5 or 6 at a time. And they would drop me on the ground and make me go to sleep. I think that gabapentin can be used for a short period of time when a person's coming off of opiates, and it can help them go through opiate withdrawal. But it can also harm you, because prolonged use of gabapentin, if you ever want to get off of it, it's just like benzodiazepines, and it can cause you a lot of grief, and it's really difficult to go through withdrawal from it. So post-acute withdrawal. So just so you know, if you're on gabapentin and you don't mind being on it and you don't mind staying on it for the rest of your life, that's all fine and well. But if you're utilizing it and you're like, oh, I'm just going to use this for a short period of time, you might want to rethink that, because I've met many people who have used it, tried to get off of it, and then they were miserable. So just be careful with anything. I'm not a doctor, you guys, but with anything that you use, just be careful. All right? Just get as educated as you can on whatever medication you're utilizing. Like me, I wish I had gotten more educated about Lexapro. I just got on Lexapro and I thought, oh, this medicine's helping me with my depression. It's amazing. Well, now I can't seem to get off of it. Every time I try to jump off of it, it makes me so sick. It makes my head spin. It makes me feel like my heart's beating out of my chest. It's just so, so difficult. So I wish I had done more research on the withdrawal and the effects that Lexapro produces. You know what I'm saying? Well, Illuminati, if you take a lot of them at one time, they'll knock you out. I promise you that. But don't do that. You don't want to do that. It's not good for you. Don't do that. Especially don't combine it with alcohol. I think you just said you were an alcoholic. So do not drink on those with alcohol or gabapentin with alcohol. Okay. Oh, High at Last. It's just an SSRI, but it's just like the hardest thing for me to get off of. Rob, yes, I would rather go through opiate withdrawal than go through SSRI withdrawal. It's really difficult. I was on it. I was on it for nerve pain, but didn't like the way it made me feel. Yeah, that pisses me off. She straight up lied. I thought she was a dude. She was like, no problem. I'm not a dude. Margie, that was the night that I started, like, that was one of the nights that I was like, something's more to this. Something's going on. Denver, Colorado. I see you. I see you, T. I see you, girl. Pebbles. It's okay. Don't be upset. I mean, I'm not like, y'all don't have to worry about me. Okay. But this is my channel and I'm going to protect you guys. Okay. It's my duty to come on here and to make sure that I'm protective over the people that watch my channel, because I know a lot of you guys are a lot of you guys are in vulnerable parts of your life. Some of you guys are coming off of medications. Some of you guys are trying to get off of them. Sometimes some of you guys are in active addiction. Some of you guys are just like feeling really depressed and alone. And so I almost feel like somebody trying to come on and prey on my motherfucking people. You done fucked up. You don't fucking do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, do not do that. Oh my gosh. I know. Sam hasn't been calling me either. I'm about to kick her ass. Sky, I love Wellbutrin. It saved my life. Off the wall, craze balls. Yes, there was something going on. And here's the thing, like, if she's listen, let's say, I don't know who she is, who she is, if she's a man or a woman. But if she would have just came in here and been herself and been honest, like, this is what I wanted to do. I want you guys to try and look at it from this perspective. I know we're all upset right now, but I want you guys to look at it from this perspective. What if she's struggling with addiction and we're the only people that she has for support? We're going to call her out on her bullshit and tell her, like, we're here for you to support you, but you're not going to be coming in here lying to us. Hey, Daniel, what's up? Love you. You're not going to come in here lying to us and doing all this shady shit. Just keep it real. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. I don't like it when somebody's like trying to be scandalous and shady. You know what I mean? I do not like that. I am completely transparent. Everything is out on the table here with me and you guys. You guys know everything about me. Like, there's no reason to be shady like that, you know? Yeah, me too, Me too, Julia. Me too. I took Stacy. I took Prozac back in the day when I was like 16 or 17. But I haven't taken it in a long time. I didn't have a bad experience though. Just don't lie. I know, Margie. I know what you mean. So I didn't want to say anything to you guys about it right away, but I was like, I'm just gonna tell them what's been going on, because I want to talk to her. I mean, if she is in the chat tonight, I'm gonna offer her to come up on video with me and to tell her side of the story. You know, she can come up here and show her face and show who she is and be honest. You know, if it just, anyway. So that kind of stuff happens on the internet all the time. So I want you guys to be careful. You know, the other night I was like, we can all, you know, give each other's phone numbers and help each other, right? And maybe that wasn't the best idea. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe that was dangerous. Also, I'm going to share something with you guys that happened, and I'm not going to say who the people were, but I'm going to share something that happened recently with two people that watched Real Talk Recovery. So about 4 months ago, there was a guy and a girl that found my channel, and they didn't know each other, okay? And they were both very active on the channel, okay? And they were in the Discord also. Well, they ended up getting real close and started talking to each other, and they both lived in the same state. And so they ended up meeting up in their state and relapsing. Okay. And so this is another thing that I think we all need to be aware of, is that not every, if somebody's on here and they're like, yeah, I've been sober for 12 years, and you meet them and you're like, oh, wow, we live in the same state, let's meet. And then you meet them and they really haven't ever been sober. That's the kind of stuff can happen. You know what I'm saying? Or they can have every intentions of the world of staying sober, and y'all could meet and go hang out. And then you could both relapse because you're nervous and you don't know how to act. And it's a new relationship. Like, these are the kind of things that can happen to anybody. These are the kind of things that happened to me when I would go to treatment. I would find a cute guy, and then me and him would relapse together. And so I just want you guys to be careful. You know what I mean? We need to be careful. Yeah, we need to be careful. And I had all the best intentions with saying, let's use each other as sober support. But how about this? You guys can utilize me for sober support. If you want to text me, I'll answer your text. And if I know somebody who's been sober for a while that I think I can match you up with, like a man for a man and a woman for a woman, I'll do that for you guys, okay? But I don't think it's a good idea for us to be giving each other numbers out. You know what I'm saying? Just that, I'll leave you guys to that, because I want you guys to protect yourselves. So all this plays into what we're talking about the whole Ash situation, and just be cautious. Exactly. So, I feel responsible, so I just want you guys to be careful, and I don't ever want to lead you guys down the wrong path. And there's just so many crazy people on the internet. Anything can happen. We're dealing with people who are sick and struggling, and so I'm really trying to see this from Ash is sick and struggling. I hope that that's what's happening. I hope that she's just embarrassed and she's struggling with her addiction. But for some reason, I think that it's just a guy wanting to be in here with a bunch of girls or something, I know, Pebbles. See, hey, Lightning, I've gotten so comfortable with my channel that I've just kind of stopped being careful. Stacy, I know that's right. That would be good. I think so too. But you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people in here right now, but usually we have like a group of 20 people that's like the same people every night, right? Hey, Nicole, what's up, girl? And so we've all gotten to know each other, and we're all like real close and shit. And so it just kind of feels Sam, you're sexy. Sam, you're sexy, baby. YouTube can be a crazy place, you guys. That's right, Illuminati. Blast them. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little free-for-all story time today. It's getting bigger, yes. I will be on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And what do you guys want to talk about tonight? We don't have a guest speaker tonight, so we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about tonight. So what do y'all want to talk about for tonight's meeting? High at Last. Do you like that? You like that? You guys, I got a hell of a lot of story times on my channel that you guys, I'll get them. Let me get them and link them for y'all. Oh, you just got paid. That's a good, money's a trigger. You want to talk about, let's talk about triggers. And hey, Shantae, what's up? I have read some really good books, Illuminati. I've actually read this one book called High at Last, and it was all about this lady named Mackenzie Phillips. And it was like her biography or whatever, where it was about her addiction and stuff. So that's a good book. I read A Million Little Pieces. That's a good book about addiction. I've read The Heroin Diaries. That's a good book. I've read Ryan Leone's book, Wasting Talent. Did you, Stacy? I got some crazy, hilarious story times. I mean, I can't even help saying it's the truth. I've got hella prison stories that are hilarious. I've got all kinds of stories. It's called High on Arrival. High on Arrival. We'll talk about, okay, then that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about triggers. We're going to talk about how to cope with them. We're going to talk about so you guys know the disease process. I've said it a million times here on my channel, but we'll talk about that, how the disease process goes, trigger, thought, obsession, use on, and I'll break that down for you guys. What I'll do in the next 2.5 hours while I'm like waiting to go live again at 7, I will go into my big book and my NA book, and I'll get all the stuff out about triggers. And I'll also look up some stuff about different coping mechanisms. And I'll just tell you guys my coping skills, what I do. But y'all know the main thing I do to cope with triggers. Do y'all know what it is? High at Last. Do you know what it is? Snitching on my addiction. I just tell on my disease. If you're struggling and you feel triggered, then you get up and you say, I have a lot of money in my pocket. It's burning a hole through my pants. I want to get high. That's what you do. I'll forget all about it and then be... That's right. That's what you do. You just tell on your disease, and you tell anybody that will listen. I've been struggling. I've been thinking about wanting to use. I have all this money. What can I do? Right? Oh, I think it's on Audible, Bobby Lynn, and Amazon, or you can get it from the library. But A Million Little Pieces was about this guy. He goes into treatment for, I think it was crack addiction. It was good. I think he has two books too. I just relapsed last week, and I need someone to talk to. Oh, Shantae, we're all here for you, girl. You're not alone. You could text that phone number right there. I knew you were on it, High at Last. I knew it. Here's the thing, you guys. Like, if you relapsed, this is the thing. Don't stay in your relapse. Pick back up and let's move forward. Okay? What's done is done. We can learn from that relapse and move forward. You understand what I'm saying? And since we're all at the house and a lot of us, can't leave because of this whole situation, we have plenty of time to think about where we made the mistake, how we can make the changes, and what we can do differently. All right. There are also meetings around the clock, you guys. There are Zoom meetings on marainternational.org. So if you're somebody who's struggling, who wants to go to a meeting, you can go to marainternational.org and click on the link, and it'll take you straight to a video meeting with everybody. Right. If anybody's struggling and you need to talk, all you have to do is text that number right there, and I'll text you back, okay? HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. That's right, girl. 48-hour nap. Ooh, girl. I've been there, Stacy. I know how that is. I used to sleep a lot. Now, since I have Nate, I can't really sleep because I'm home with my son. But if I didn't have a kid, I'd probably be sleeping too. So the best thing I can tell you guys to do, if you're like feeling just like overwhelmed because you've been in the house, go for a walk outside. Let me show y'all. This is where I live. Isn't it nice out here? Hey, Captain, what's up, girl? I live in a cul-de-sac. And even though, you don't want to go outside, it's just great to go outside just for a little bit and get some sun on your skin. It's like the vitamin D, you guys. It's getting in my skin. I feel it. Yeah, we just talked about that a little bit, but if she's in the chat tonight, I'll talk about it with her. But honestly, you guys, I think she knows she's been caught. I don't think she's going to come back in here. What? Really, Luca? You can't go out in the front yard? Oh, in 2 hours. It's almost 5 o'clock, so it's 7 o'clock, girl. 7 o'clock. It is 4:43 right now, so 2 hours and 15 minutes. But I wanted to show you guys how nice it is out here, and so that's what inspired me to get out and take my son to go look for crystals. We went and looked for crystals and all kinds of stuff. And what I think we're going to do tomorrow is I'm going to get some wire and some leather, and we're going to make necklaces. Oh, maybe if you guys want a necklace, if you want, I'll send you guys necklaces if any of you guys want me to make you one. Okay, Stacy, so you're an hour ahead of me, so it'll be 8 o'clock your time, okay? 7 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock California time. Okay? Okay, my lovelies. I'm going to get off here. I'll see y'all in at 7 my time, 8 Eastern, 5 West Coast time. Okay? Love y'all.